Hey everyone, welcome back to another war video. This one, war number 8 of season 38 for Loki taking on D69. You can see I have my standard team back. It was nice to have APOC for one war. We're back with Spider-Man 2099. 5 fights this war. It's all going to be Spidey, so we'll jump right in. I'm on path 7 to start. Both paths I'm on are actually split, so I take the first fight in each of the path that I'm on. So I have this Dragon Man here on this Conflictor power efficiency fight. This is a rank 4 Dragon Man. I had a White Needle pre-fight to get around Conflictor. So you've seen me take Spider-Man with Conflictor a few times. The big thing is you want your special 2 with Conflictor back active so that I can put the Wither on. So here I throw the special 2, but Conflictor was not on cooldown, so it ate the Wither, which is a major problem. So I have 2 exhaustion debuffs, which is helping with the power gain, but at this point I need to get back up to the special 2. But there the exhaustion debuffs fall off, so now he has just his full power gain. I put 1 back on to help. You can see I put a power start 1 on to get to the special 2 quicker rather than putting an invulnerability boost on, because if I play this right, if I was able to put the Wither on, this fight would be over by now. So here I tried to combo into the special 2 there. I misjudged it just barely. You can see I was just short of the special 2. So now I'm eating a special 3. Spider-Man is able to survive, but the thing about Dragon Man special 3 is because he had a power charge, now I'm in the corner and he's unblockable and unstoppable. I throw the special 2, but he blocks it. So now I do get a nice heavy dex there, but here I throw the special 1 as kind of a desperation. Is it going to KO? It doesn't. I try to run in. You see he's got 10% left. As I said, this was a rank 4 Dragon Man. If this is a rank 3 Dragon Man, I win the fight despite my best efforts, but the second special 3 is going to be enough to take me out. So that does snap my streak. Very unfortunate. So here's just the very quick cleanup. So it is a frustrating death because I just misplayed it, but on to the next one. So here is Mordo. I'm on path 8 here in section 2. This is Rich Gets Richer. So Spider-Man 2099, very good for Rich Gets Richer for the power version of it because of the Wither debuff. So I have a White Needle pre-fight and I pop a combat regen just to help with some of the block damage. Spider-Man 2099, like we said, is a great Mordo counter. I try to throw the heavy there and then just kind of randomly combo. He backs up. It's not a huge deal because, like I said, the Wither's going to turn off his power gain. I need to either parry or dex here because if I parry, I get an armor up buff on me, but obviously Spider-Man 2099 is immune to buffs, so that will also help pause the Wither. So you can see, standard fight, just trying to hit the block a few times. Stack up some ruptures, but you can see here I let the Wither fall off because of course I did, and I whiff on that heavy, so now his power gain's going up a little bit, but I throw a heavy there because he had his power gain up. It's enough to get him up to the special 3, which rupture bursts and KOs, so not the cleanest fight in the world there, but Spider-Man able to take it out. So next fight, like I said, I had the split path, so somebody else took the Arcus that was on node 44, so I have Storm X here on node 47, which is the shared fight, which is also Rich Gets Richer. So Spider-Man, very good for that. Storm is also a conduit defender, so I'm able to handle that as well. What I want to do here is, the annoying thing about Storm X is you can see a lot of the basic hits glance. So I'm still just trying to just play this normal and then get up to a special 2 and fire that off for hopefully some big damage and just let the ruptures do some work in the meantime. You can see there she actually glanced my first rupture burst, so that was super fun. The good thing about Storm X is she has a very low health pool, so it's not a particularly long fight, especially if you can get some of the ruptures up. So you can see they're ticking her down decently well. But, it is an annoying fight because I believe she just glanced my Rupture Burst again for the second time. So it is going much slower than I would have hoped. She's also being pretty passive. I am, pausing my Wither a decent amount. I'm also pretty comfortable dexing her special 1, which gives me 3 dexes in quick succession to help pause the Wither. You can see, though, the Wither's about to drop off, but I'm very close to a special 2. So I'm bait out a heavy here, throw the special 2. She actually glances the special 2, which I think is still a bug, so the wither doesn't go on, but it is enough to KO, so it ends up not being a big issue. Could have been a bigger issue if it didn't KO, but it did KO. So next fight here is the Conflictor Mini. This time it's Ebony Maw. So I do have a White Nito pre-fight. He eats the Wither to start. So same thing as the other fights. Here, though, I run into the Heavy. I'm a split second late, which is certainly... And then I get hit here. So, again, I power start 1 because the whole point of this fight is get up to your special 2, get the Wither back, and then you should be good. So I heavy there so that he eats the exhaustion. I throw the special 2, so now I have the Wither, so I do a little bit better this time than I did in the Dragon fight. But you can see, you know, I'm a little bit behind in health, which is kind of typical for me in this fight. I take a decent amount of damage. But here I going to take a bunch of block damage to this special 2. And then I try to punish it, I guess because I didn't want to block anymore. So not my best war as I die for the second time. So here's the cleanup, and by cleanup I mean 60% of the fight, because I only did about 40% there. So, you know, I got hit early. Here I have good spacing on the special 1, so I am able to heavy there. I'm going to do it again just to try to, you know, keep him a little bit more controlled. You know, I felt like I was a little late on that heavy too, watching it back, but I didn't get hit, so it works out. Here I throw the heavy so that he eats the Conflictor, and now I just need to, I re-parry, throw the special 2, so I have the Wither on. So at this point, Conflictor's under control. Now it's just a matter of making sure to just finish off this last little bit. So I'm trying to just, you know, do normal Spidey stuff, but he's being pretty aggressive. So here I go up, I do hit his block a little bit to get some ruptures on. I'm about to get the falter on me, so now I'm just trying to wait that out, which I do. He only has about 6% left, 2 hits, and that'll do it. So that second fight definitely a lot cleaner, but again, a little frustrating. 2 deaths this war, both to Conflictor champions, both due to a decent amount of misplay. So last fight for me is going to be this Mangog on node 54. You've seen this fight quite a bit. I still had the power start 1 from the last fight. So, you know, this fight pretty standard at this point. Just keep the Wither up, hit his block a whole bunch, let him go over that bar of power. Here's going to be the first Rupture Burst. Bait out the special 1. Don't 5 combo. You know, I'm going to heavy here just to help with the power gain a little bit. But pretty much once you get to the second special 2 here, this fight is pretty much over. Or not the second special 2, the first special 2 to put on the second Wither. So I'm about to do that. I back off just to make sure that I can bait out this special 1. But here I throw a 3 combo into the special 2. He's down to 8%. He's going to throw one more special 1. I pause my debuffs and I finish him off. So definitely a little bit of a frustrating war for me. 5 fights. I did die twice, putting me up to 44 fights and 3 deaths. My streak is down to 1. And in terms of the war itself, we did drop this one. So frustrating war for me and frustrating war for Loki as we drop another one to drop to 3 and 5 on the season. Good war to D69, but hopefully we can clean it up for these last 4 wars and finish strong. But that'll do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I will see everyone soon.